Great.
Yeah.
Okay, this is week 2 of looking at our hive that we video every week. So we're going to take a look at it. It weighed 36 pounds today. And last week when we looked at it, we had 4 frames of bees and 1 frame of brood, and the queen was right, okay? So let's take a look and see what we got today. So let's take the telescopic cover off, set it behind the hive. Jim's going to give it a little smoke here. It's kind of cool out still, so they're being pretty gentle. Hope. I don't need stung in the eye again today.
This hive gained 3 pounds this last week.
We can tell it's a Caucasian queen, can't we?
Yep.
You notice how tight the inner cover was? Usually that's a sign we got a Caucasian queen, and we do know we do.
Make sure you always check your inner cover when you pull it off and look for your queen, because there's a lot of times she's going to jump right up there.
We found her up there a whole bunch last year.
Yeah,
And
last year she was always up
Yeah.
there. We're going to take the frame away from the feeder out and see what's going on. There'll be nothing going on. Few bees going. We set the frame over there close to Larry's bare legs. And
When you're pulling your frames out, watch how slow and gentle I pull them out. Don't go just jerking them out. Now see, they're starting to build up all kinds of foundation here.
So interesting, this is frame 6. So they probably pulled, I've been working on 2 frames now. Notice that they're all kind of spaced to a certain spot. So we create this gap for you so you can easily pull the frame into the middle and lift it out. And remember, keep your frame over your hive. Sometimes a queen will fall off and you won't see it.
Now take a look right here. You can see a nice big drone right here. 2 of them right there.
Oh, that's
See
nice.
how they're compare them to the
another one right there.
to the worker bees. See how much bigger and fatter they are. Their eyes are up on top. They're upward looking. When you set your frame down, make sure you set it in at an angle so you don't squash bees. Now we're going to move on to the next one. We're going to check this side.
That other side looks great.
They're drawing this out real nice.
Do we have any eggs right in here?
Yes,
Got eggs, okay.
got eggs right here. See how shallow those are? And she's already laying eggs in there.
Let's see what we got here. Now, notice that they drew comb on the other end on that side. That was one they worked on last week. Okay, probably got some eggs in there too.
Yep, it's full of eggs.
Now these drones came in with the packages, and most of them were on the outside of the package when they came in. Okay, we brush them off and leave them here. Okay.
Well, look at all the pollen in there.
Now interesting, look at that. They didn't draw out the middle of that, did they?
Yeah, it's drawn
It's
out.
drawn out.
Drawn out?
It's
Yeah.
drawn out.
So we got a frame complete. So remember, when they've drawn out both sides of the frame, we write the year on the top of the frame. And this one is going to get the 26 put on top of the frame. And I always put them on one side or the other, then I know if I reverse that frame for some reason. It's looking really good. Now look at all the nectar up on top. Okay, so we're trying to decide today whether we're going to feed this or is it getting enough in on its own.
There's a lot of nectar.
From the looks of this, we don't need to
Yeah,
give them food.
and they're drawing comb really good. Just remember that in this area, this is really got a strong flow early in the spring. I'm not seeing the massive amount of pollen gatherers yet.
Look at all that cap brood on this side. Wow,
Oh boy, isn't that pretty?
that's gorgeous.
Oh, That is so pretty. So there's our first cap brood. So you can basically assume that came from that first couple days after the package was put in. Because this is our second week.
Look at that cap brood.
Look at
is
that.
Gorgeous.
I don't see any. And do we have nectar in the corners of the frame?
Yeah,
Sure
yep.
do. Yeah.
So when you see nectar in the corner of the frames, and we see it up here too, that's a good sign that they're getting nectar in. So things are looking really good.
Take a look at this larva right here. Take a look at that larva. And if you look, you're going to see different ages of that larva. Okay.
Well, we don't have a lawnmower yet today. Where the hell they missed that? Haven't seen the queen yet.
Nope.
But I wouldn't expect to see a queen on a frame that has a lot of cap brood on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boy, that cap brood looks amazing.
There.
Boy, she did a good job.
Yeah, really
You know,
did.
the first time we looked at this, we were having a hell of a time finding eggs. Look at that.
Just in 1 week.
Yep. Still no sign of young lady. Let's see what we got on this side. We have her? I didn't see her when you lifted it up. And don't be shocked if you don't see a queen, because we see eggs, we see larvae, we see cap brood, we have a queen. That you don't see her is not, you're not failing as a beekeeper. She's just a good hider. Okay? Now we're going to look at this last one. It's always kind of a question. Okay? So when they draw
There
the...
she is, right there.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
And see, she is a Caucasian. See how she's striped? She's not solid black. She's got kind of brownish gray in between the stripes. Her dot's staying real good. They like to take that white dot off pretty quick. And look at the nectar at the top of that frame. Looking real good. This is the one against the feeder, that side. So we're looking real good. So we need to mark the date on that frame and the other one that we just had. Yeah, look at that.
Look at all that pollen and bee bread.
We got eggs in the middle of all that? I'll bet.
Yep.
Oh boy. She is prolific. Wow.
Remember, always keep the frame over the hive.
Because you know she's on the back side, on the
She's
bottom.
on this side. Before you put it
there
back,
she is.
before you put it back, you want to check out where she is, because she's going to move around a lot.
You don't want to, by accident, squeeze her or do something.
Now, even though we're not going to put any more sugar syrup in here, we're going to leave this feeder in there for a couple more weeks, just in case we get a cold snap or something like that. And that way we can feed if we go into somewhat of a dearth.
Guess I better bring a box of frames over, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to put this back in there. Okay, we need to mark those frames.
I'm doing it right now.
Oh, they don't like that.
It's pretty good to have the frame against the feeder drawn out.
Yeah.
That's really good. Okay, so we've marked them. Those are the original 4 frames of bees we're working on the first week. And now they've moved over to these 2 frames over here. So that's really good for us. And like Jim says, we'll leave the feeder and pick up some frames and bring them over so we'll be ready when we're pull the feeders.
We should see some hatch out next week when we're
Yes.
videoing too.
Well, next week is the field day, right?
The 11th.
Yep, the 11th. So we'll.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
We won't put second boxes on because it'll be easier to move them.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
Now we're going to mark this.
So we wrote the date down. We wrote how many pounds. Now we're going to write how many frames of brood we saw. So what do we get?
First, we're going to go bees.
Bees.
Which we had 6.
Yep.
6 bees. And we had 3 frames of brood.
4.
4.
4 with the eggs.
Oh, 4 with the eggs, yep. And she's queen right.
Now, package only has 4 frames of bees. So how did she get 6? So if you think about it, what really happens, the bees expand out because it's warmer. But because she's a box on the end of the row, she is probably picking up a little bit of drift from another hive, okay? That's not uncommon in your bee yard. That's why it's really important to count the number of frames of bees you have to see if you got drift happening.
Later on, when they start bringing in and you start seeing frames of honey, you're going to go the number of bees, the number of brood, the number of honey, and then whether it's queen right or not.
And queen right doesn't mean you had to see the queen, just that you saw that she had everything in there like eggs, larvae, and cap brood. Okay?
Perfect.
And if you looked at that queen, her laying pattern is beautiful. I mean, those frames are laid out circular like they should be. And wait till we see a hatch, you'll really see the center go away, and then she'll come back through and lay them. Okay.
If your hive isn't looking somewhat like this, call a mentor. And when you do call a mentor, make sure you tell them how many frames of bees you have, how many frames of larvae, and so on.
Take pictures.
Take pictures for sure. See you next week.
See you next week. Side note, this is one of our club hives.
Smoker for a sec, John.
And it appears that we have got a queenless hive, but they built superseded cells, so they might be growing a new queen. So we're getting into it just to do a double take of it.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to get it out of Jerry's feet.
Oh, look at all those cells.
And they're charged.
They are?
Yeah.
So here's an interesting fact that you don't really hear about, but you can see these queen cells here. They're close to being in the cap stage, so they've been there a while. And they do have larvae in them, so they're laying them pretty good. And but you see they're still drawing comb and stuff. Do we have one on the other side?
No.
Nope.
Look at the next frame.
Let me hold this one. Oh, they're putting lots of nectar all of them.
Yeah, they are. Oh, look at that. Wowzers, they are really...
So this is an indication that this hive does not have a queen. They had a queen because they've set eggs in these cells to raise a new queen. Something happened to her. We don't know what it was. She could have gotten injured, but they're saying we need a new queen. So this is why you're going to see all these superseded cells, emergency superseded cells.
Okay. So we got a hand on the other side of that.
There's 2 on here.
So where are they getting the eggs from? Okay, there's larvae here
There
next
was
to these
eggs
cells.
before. Yeah.
Wait a minute. There's an egg right there. So we might have her in here.
She must
They
be...
just don't like her.
Yeah, she must be weak
If she's in here.
They want a divorce. I have to blink about 4 times to get everything out of my eyes. Here.
she's not over here.
Well, do we want to go frame by frame and see if we see her?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Well, pretty
Well, we
much.
don't want to put a new queen in here until we make
No.
damn sure we don't have a queen in here.
And she hasn't drawn out. They haven't drawn anything else on this side.
Just let them go. I mean, the hive will
Try to
develop
keep
a little
'em-
slower. But
Yeah,
you'll
but
have a
that's the
better
whole
queen.
key is try to keep them. Keep
You know,
them
this
equal.
might be a good thing for us
For a-
to share with the students.
Yeah.
What these are, there's lots of fresh larvae here. I mean, like 3 or 4 day old. So that's how they were able to charge those cells.
Are you seeing eggs and larvae in there, Jim?
There's larva, but it's older larva.
Bigger,
Yeah.
getting ready to be capped.
Yep.
I'd say the larva I'm looking at on this side of the frame is about 5 days old.
Yeah, this is 5 or 6 days old as well.
Now, usually they want to make a queen out of a larva that is 4 to 5 days old. That's their favorite thing to do.
Those cells have been built for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see a queen anywhere.
So let's let it rock and roll and use it to teach people. I like that idea. And next week we'll check. They'll be capped.
Oh no.
Next week they'll be capped, and then we can look at it, and if we don't find anything fresh, then we know she's queenless for sure. Sorry, I got my hand in your way. Good catch, John.
Okay.
All right, so if you're seeing that in your hives at home, you got a couple options. Do what we're doing, let them go ahead and supersede that queen, or get yourself a new queen and get her in there laying. And then you got to get rid of all those supersede cells.
You don't want to miss a single one.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
And make sure you mark what's going on. Would we have 5 frames of bees?
Yeah.
Yep. That's kind of interesting. They're spread out. So
Yeah,
5 frames,
probably.
Q cells.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably at least 8 or 10.
Oh yeah, we had more than that.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Okay.